If stress or worry make your pain worse, good. This is a key piece of the puzzle. The problem is, nobody's paying attention. It's a clear indicator that the nervous system is impacting your pain, which for us is a win. Because if stress changes your pain, we've finally found a clue to help us solve it. So, let me explain what's going on without any stupid advice like relax, calm down, or try not to be stressed, because that's never gonna work, obviously. Plus, I'll show you how to move forward without any of the guesswork. But why listen to me? I'm Nick and I've been a physio for well over a decade, and I help active people to overcome persistent pain and finally understand what's going on in their body so that they can get back to training without fear and playing sport without pain. And if you've been doing all of the right things but stress still increases your pain, you are exactly who this is for. Let's begin by dismissing a stupid myth, which is that if stress can increase your pain, that means it's all in your head or psychosomatic. That's just nonsense. There is no such thing as imagined pain. All pain is real, but not all pain is because of damage. It just means that stress is causing your nervous system to make a processing error. Here's a simple model to explain it. Pain is an output, just like a fire alarm. It's designed to protect you, and stress cranks the sensitivity up. Let me give you an example where the exact same signal can feel completely different. Let's imagine that you're at home in the middle of the day, the sun is shining, and you hear a car door bang outside. You barely react. Next, you hear the same sound at 2 a.m. when you're home alone and you're already on edge from something that happened that day. The sound makes you jump and race to the window. The brain's reacted completely differently. It's the same sound, but a completely different context, meaning you get a completely different response. This is what happens in the body. So let's use a pain example. Every time you bend forward, the tissues around your lower back, the skin, the muscles, the ligaments, they all stretch, which is normal. When you feel safe, the brain reads this as everything's fine. But if you're stressed, worried, angry, or hypervigilant, the brain can misread that same stretch as danger. It could think that there's a risk of you injuring something. And how does the nervous system, how does the brain stop you from continuing to bend forward? Pain. This means that a safe signal can be misinterpreted by a stressed nervous system, and you can feel pain in a completely healthy part of the body. And it's important to realize you haven't created any damage. It means the system has made an honest mistake trying to look after you. Here's the part most people don't get told. Your brain and nervous system is brilliant at detecting dangers and threats. It's one of the most important roles the nervous system has, but it is useless at detecting the type of danger. This means that it can misinterpret a psychological danger for a physical one. Think of a job interview. There's no physical danger. Well, hopefully there's no physical danger, but your body reacts. You get hot, sweaty, your heart rate increases, your muscles get tense. You might even feel some tightness in your chest, difficulty breathing, or nausea. These are real physical symptoms and reactions triggered by a nervous system that's in protection mode. So when life stress is high, the nervous system can easily think that a normal stress that you would deal with every single day is dangerous and trigger pain to alert you. Every athlete knows this, but doctors and physios often confuse things. Is that stress is not the enemy. Sport is stress. Training to play the sport is stress. It's what drives adaptations in the body, allowing you to get fitter, faster, and stronger. So the goal is not to just eliminate stress. That's ridiculous. It's to build a resilient nervous system that's able to function properly with stress. And I'll show you a simple shift to start moving things in the right direction. Because as soon as people realize that stress is influencing their pain, they think that the solution is to try and avoid it or to try and calm down. It's not. The answer is to try and increase your system's ability to tolerate stress. And this is the key. To do so without interpreting stress as dangerous. Think of a typical week at school or at work. It's normal to receive some criticism, to have deadlines moved, to have difficult conversations. This is all stress, and the key is to try and help your nervous system to learn that not all stress equals danger. To do that, here is your game plan for the next 7 days. Once a day, identify one event, one stress that triggers a physical response in your body. Something that makes you feel tense, your muscles get tight, you feel flustered, you get hot. Then actively try and coach your nervous system. Speak to it like a separate part of you, saying, I know this is stressful, but we are not in any danger. This might sound really simple or dumb, but we need to remember that the subconscious brain plays a massive part here. And The subconscious listens to your conscious thoughts and worries. If you consciously think something, that is going to influence how your subconscious behaves. It's just a simple message to try and shift your system out of protection mode. But I need to warn you, doing this effectively won't just switch your pain off. It would be amazing if it could, but don't make the mistake of making that assumption. Because if you do, you'll only get frustrated when it doesn't work. And that's going to impact your nervous system and make it feel more stressed, more alert. And that is only going to lead to more pain. Now, stress impacting pain is just one signal. But when the nervous system involvement in pain is high, it often clusters with a bunch of other signals. And to solve this problem, it's really important for us to gather as much information as we can and look at all of the details. And that is exactly why I built my free chronic pain quiz. This is for people who have been stuck in pain for years and are desperate for a roadmap back to sport. It will ask you specific questions about your pain, trying to identify the degree of nervous system involvement. It tells you whether you've scored low, moderate, or high, and routes you towards the best next step for you. So let's wrap things up with 3 key takeaways. 1 is that stress can amplify pain, even when there's no damage. 2 is that this does not mean the pain is just imagined. It just means that the nervous system is sensitive and it's making a processing error. And 3, the system and this sensitivity is trainable, and the goal is resilience.